start. First, some basic information about the Industryhack thing. And basically, it was a hackathon arranged by Industryhack, and it was sponsored by Nokia and Fortum. And basically, it was held in the beginning of November, and it was kept in Mustio Castle, and it had 15 different teams participating into it. And each team had 48 hours time to do their concept. And basically, there were 3 different challenges presented to the teams in there. And the first one was energy challenge. So basically create some kind of a solution for everyday usage of energy and consumption. Then there was the network data challenge, where you were supposed to improve the everyday life through network data that we can easily get. And then there was the open challenge, where you can use the available resources and create your own solution. And basically we took on that one, because when we went there, we didn't have any kind of a clue where we were getting into. But we went there with open minds, let's put it like that, and we were prepared for pretty much anything. And basically the next presentation is the concept that we came up with within the 48 hours, and also we're able to do full demo from front to back. So we basically had the whole concept working in real time and on real devices. So let's move forward and let's see if this works. No, this is not working. Surprise, surprise. Do I have to do that? Let's see. Okay, let's do it through this. So our solution was simpler charging for electric vehicles. Basically, we found out a lot of problems with electric car charging currently today. And basically our thing was, thank you so much. Our thing and our idea was to make it more simpler, more easier, and more, well, that's it, simpler and easier. Because today it's quite difficult. So these are the problems that we encountered by discussing with people from Fortum. First one, that the fully charged cars occupy chargers, and this was the biggest problem for them. Then the next one is quite natural thing that happens after that. There's a lot of queues forming from the fact that the charging takes a long time. Then we go forward. The electric cars today at the market, they have rather short ranges, and the charging times are long. Okay, I admit, Tesla is improving this, but the other more affordable models, they still tend to have the 45 minutes to multiple hours to actually get the car charged. So our concept was to actually tackle these problems and make this thing a lot more easier. So our solution was to make it so that the charging stations could be reserved beforehand for you easily and quickly. So this concept that we now have here shows the basic use case, how it would actually function and happen. And basically the app that we did for this could easily be pushed into your phone or into the car, or in the best scenario it would be within both, making the phone and the car communicate with each other and making it making your phone to be a second screen for your car. So at this point, our app here, glorious graphics and everything, did it in 5 minutes. So now your car has notified you that your car is running out of battery, and it asks you if you want to find the nearest charger. Let's do that. Now we're looking, and the map shows us 2 different spots where we could actually charge our cars. So basically we're in a bit of a hurry, so let's pick the free one. There we go. Now I can reserve it. Let's do that. And then in this point there's a small reservation fee charged from you, but it's fine because it will be compensated back to you afterwards. But this is just to ensure that the people actually then go there and do their charging. Let's book it. Okay, now it's booked. Now we can easily navigate to it, and we actually can see our arrival estimate, and then the amount of time that the charger has been reserved for us. At the same time, this is like the good part, at the same time, because now we've done the reservation, at the same time, the charger at the station changes its status to be reserved, and it's actually already communicating with other users in its vicinity that it has been reserved for future use. Of course, you can do reservations if you arrive it beforehand, but you have to still free it up at the reserved time. Then at this point, now we're actually already arriving to the station, and the charger is notifying us through our app that we need to drive to the charger number 3. Simple. At the same time, the charger 3 is blinking to us, come here, we want you. And at the same time, we're actually already doing a connection with BLE or any other wireless system that we want to use. But basically something that's already existing, that we don't have to create anything new. We can use the existing technologies for this. Then we do the pairing with the car and the station, and then our app actually immediately knows that the charging is going forward, and we know the status of the battery. And this is probably the biggest thing, that because there's now a real-time communication between the app and the car and the station. So this makes it more easier. So this was the first use case, and the use case that we demoed in Industryhack and in Slush. And then next would come up the biggest benefits that this will bring. It relieves stress on long journeys. This is so because the range is quite short, but this makes it more easier because you can reserve the stations and you can plan your intervals for your trip more easily. Then the actual app wouldn't need any kind of registrations or any other things, because we could easily use the currently existing NFC tags to register your devices, etc. to the stations. The thing is affordable and easy to implement at this point. We did it in 48 hours. Come on, how hard can it be? And the charging stations already in Helsinki, like Fortum and Helen, what they're offering, they already have smart things within them. They already have some of those that have a full built-in Linux computer within it, running it and making it smarter. But there isn't just any way of actually how to use the smartness into the user's advantage at this point. And then, of course, because this is the modern times, everything's wireless, so we can update everything remotely, which is easy and nice. And the biggest things for this is why we were pushing this idea and concept forward was the fact that there's actually a lot of momentum building in electric cars at the moment. And basically this is thanks to Tesla, Nissan, and other big companies, and of course Volkswagen with their diesel mishappen. Yeah, so basically even like Audi is getting into it. They've announced that by year 2025 they would have already like 1/4 of their cars would be electric and fully, but let's see. And just so that I wouldn't be all talk, we also made a short video showing the app in real life, and also our charging station. It actually had a microcontroller in it, and then a connection to a cloud server. And basically here's the communication happening in real time, more or less. Yeah, it will never happen in 10 seconds of charging. It will take more time. But still, 20 minutes is actually already pretty good with the current things. And now some for the future parts. Like I explained earlier, this would be one of the biggest things that when you're planning on a longer trip, this will make it so much more easier, because it can plan your trip so that you can drive to the next station, reserve it beforehand, and have yourself a carefree trip. You don't have to worry about the fact that the car's battery is running low or you're not finding the next station. This just relieves stress. And then this is the part where we would actually make the stations more smarter. So basically the chargers would actually know that who's charging their car. Are there other people in its vicinity that want to actually charge their car also? And basically the chargers could easily then handle the communication between the users and try to make itself available for the next user by sending a simple message to the current user that could you free your car, there's another person in line, for example. This is just real simple, real easy communication, wouldn't require much to do at this point. And now I'm done, my voice is dying thanks to the flu, but thank you all. This was our presentation, and thanks. If you have questions, shoot.